It's been a while since all the boys were together, but finally we were all able to meet at my house for a little rendezvous, and James got there first.
What? I'm coming.
What's up?
Dude! You brought your drinking outfit!
What are you talking about?
Oh shit!
My apron!
Oh! Chug, look.
100% alcohol volume!
When the drinking aprons come on, that's when the boys get serious. Speaking of getting serious, I was seriously excited for Parker to be here today. The last time we hung out, he was by far the life of the party.
Dude, you've been so nice to me lately!
I don't know any other way to do it.
We also finally performed a choreographed dance move we've been working on for about 2 weeks. I felt like a second grader waiting by the window for his friend to arrive.
I see him. Party's here because Parker's here!
Sorry, I've been having a rough couple days.
Rough couple of days, what the hell happened?
You guys wanna hang out, party a little bit, or?
No!
What a beautiful day.
What an asshole. It bothers me that he thinks he can just walk into my home and act a certain way. And then he goes on these weird tangents where he talks about, well, I don't even know, I didn't pay attention.
It makes noises and it,
You wanna trade spots? Because this is not what I want.
Honestly, I've been waiting to tell somebody about this. I don't know what to do, for real. Like, it's a legitimate, like, you see in movies, like a portal, you go through it, like, stuff happens. Movies.
Name one movie with a portal.
I left James with Parker to talk about, well, I don't know, perfect timing anyway because Kib finally showed up, 23 minutes late.
Dude! Traffic was so bad. I hit every McDonald's on the way here.
How long have you been prepping to say that?
Literally about 20 minutes. But I delivered it wrong. Dude, it took me so long to get here. I hit every fucking McDonald's on the way here. That's how I wanted to say it.
That's when Kib noticed Parker in the backyard.
Oh, God.
I wanna
Did
go
someone
back
do anything
out.
today?
And that's when Parker noticed Kib inside of the house.
Oh, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
It's been okay.
At last, the Sugar Pine 7 boys were finally reunited.
Dude, it's been so long since the boys have been back together! Ow, James, no!
It was only moments in, and already we were having a dysfunctional moment. I don't know what I expected.
Look, can I ask a question? Do you like me, like, as a person?
The last person I ever expected to side with Parker was James, so you can imagine my surprise witnessing James's hesitation to Parker's question.
Oh my god! Every f***ing time! Do you mind not bleeding all over?
Believe it or not, the person I ended up being most frustrated with was James. I paid James a day rate to be my cameraman. Now let's take a look at what's happening right now. A, who's holding the camera, and B, you'll see.
No, I got a delivery.
Delivery.
I'm getting cleared to suck my own dick in front of you guys right now.
I'm paying you to be here today. What else could you possibly be doing?
I have to make a delivery. It's one of my jobs.
Well, I guess he's no longer 3-Job James, a nickname given to him because he works for both me, Justine,
I can put you on the payroll immediately.
No business relationships.
Literal deal.
and Bruce Green.
These are me. I hired him.
No, Justine already hired him.
No.
Yeah, actually, oh, you're right.
I can pay you more. I can pay you more.
I don't think so.
I can.
Oh, well.
Even though James's loyalty goes to the highest bidder, we realized very quickly what James meant by making a delivery.
I start here, I get whatever little, pick this up from there, and bring it to me.
You
and
do
it's
drop-offs?
Drop-offs, pickups, lick-ups, pick me
Oh my god, wait.
Dude,
We couldn't believe our ears.
Like, are you saying what I think you're saying?
James was about to make an illegal drop-off. Drugs, weapons, I don't know. We were just excited that something dangerous was finally happening in our lives.
James, I have one question for you. Take us on a ride along?
Convincing James to take us on a ride-along was one of the hardest tasks we've ever been faced with.
Please, dude, please take us on a ride along. This is gonna be the coolest time of my life.
Alright.
You serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm marrying you!
No, I'm marrying Alyssa.
Can I come with you guys?
Oh.
I'll be honest, I thought Parker had already left. But no, he was still there. And for the good majority of the time we spent together, he just kept babbling about a portal.
I'm in the door frame.
Put the toes away.
Just trying to get him out as soon as
you're gonna clip my hand in the meantime.
I wasn't gonna clip
Think it through.
Okay, next time I will think it through when I'm closing the door. Why'd you have your hand in the door to begin with?
I was gonna remove him.
What an absolute idiot. Dude, shh.
I'm gonna stop this right here because it's time to see if YouTube will give us an advertisement. I'm a little bad boy. I've been making some of these videos 10 minutes long. So take it away, YouTube. Show me what you got. So if you're hearing my voice again right now, that means that no ad played and fuck me. Anyway, we got in the car and James loaded up his map to find the first location.
Right along, are you excited? Do you think we're gonna see drug addicts or drug dealers?
Does this mean that you're a dealer?
So, I'm anything you want me to be, Steve.
And just like that, we were on our first ride-along. I couldn't even fathom the rush I was about to get from witnessing illegal activity. What was a little strange was that our very first stop was the grocery store. James asked us to wait in the car, but Kib and I are a couple of boys who don't always play by the rules. For instance, Kib's had sex with a 35-year-old ex-prostitute with an 18-year-old son, and he's never been checked for an STD. We're just a couple of boys that don't play by the rules. Following James around the grocery store was definitely one of the most nerve-wracking experiences of my entire life.
What is he looking for right now?
I think that it's either heroin.
You think there's something in the chair?
The chair's laced. Heroin, browns.
I think you just accidentally mixed up the words heroin and hash browns.
That's exactly right.
It was only a matter of time until Kib and his popsicle brain were gonna get us caught.
Where do you have that?
Oh, I'm taking it.
So we followed James around the store and we noticed he was picking up certain chemicals, perhaps to mix them together to create some narcotic.
What's he doing over there?
Those are baby diapers.
He is grooming children to eventually take over his... Oh, sorry.
Make sure you're hidden well so he doesn't hear us. This is a 24-hour challenge.
We're only gonna be here in for a minute.
What if we spend the
Okay,
night?
cool. How does he not actually see us?
It was actually relatively easy to hide from James because of his circus eyes. The medical description for circus eyes is when your eyes so bad they circus eyes. We thought we were out of the woods, but that's when he came back.
Expired.
Oh, shit.
We thought we were out of the woods again, but that's when he came back again.
Oh, he's coming back, he's coming back.
Okay, got your phone back.
Ow, my hand!
That's when I blew our cover. I couldn't let James lay there in agony. Not again.
Doing
Are you okay?
What are you doing in the shelves?
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's a
Are you okay?
My stomach's fine. I
Okay.
fell on my hip.
Now that our cover was blown, we had to be extra careful when witnessing his drop-off.
Get back in the
I am
car.
so
I told you you're not supposed to be out of the car. Stay there.
I'll stay by the car. I will not be staying by the car.
We were not gonna stay by the car. Are you kidding me? James was about to make an illegal drop-off. And I missed out on Kendrick Lamar at Coachella. I was not gonna miss out on this too. So we followed him discreetly for a little bit, and here's where I tripped over the curb. And then we continued to follow him. I always figured the people who were up to the most illegal activities hid in plain sight, aka the suburbs, aka a nice suburban home. So I wasn't surprised when James walked up to one of the nicest homes I'd seen in the area.
What?
Insane.
James walked up to the home as we watched from the bushes, and to my surprise, he was greeted by a young German man.
Hi there, I have your delivery.
What delivery? I don't have a delivery.
From Postmates.
From where?
Postmates delivery?
From where?
This is the right delivery place, right?
From where?
It's all the chemicals.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not me.
I wish I could have heard what happened during that interaction, but we had to skedaddle since James was on his way back and we didn't want to seem like we left the car.
Completely normal. Please act natural. The fuck is that? No, get
That's
back.
how I act.
Oh, he's coming. He's right there. Do you think he saw us? No. He looks angry.
That was a success.
Equally successful moment, he didn't realize that we were watching him the entire time. We were both extremely excited to hear about the inner workings of the drug deal.
Really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
they didn't want it.
They didn't want it.
Yeah, usually like sometimes customers don't want their food, you know?
It's a drug
and so I
deal.
just take it.
Customers don't want their food. What is that code for?
They wanted like this flatbread pizza. They wanted a ball.
Are you talking about actual food? I thought you were a drug dealer and that you were taking us out on a drug deal. I thought this was a ride-along. We both thought this was a ride-along.
Well, first of all, drug deal and ride along are two very different things.
It turns out James's fourth job was Postmates. He delivers groceries to people.
You lied to us. You lied to us.
Basically,
You did lie. You lied to your friends.
If you want to do other kind of exciting ride-alongs, we can plan those out.
But you know, once again, it wasn't about where we ended up. It was about the adventure. And truth be told, Kib and I had a dope-ass ride-along!
Ride along! Ooh, success.
Hey, Gross.
Bomb.
Hold on.